each day to keep the doctor away. It's 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Tuesday morning. Not a bad-looking morning. It is the last day of summer, by the way. The last day of summer. Last full day. You got 4 hours tomorrow.
Yep.
It becomes autumn at 4-something in the morning tomorrow morning. Just so you know.
We'll go to the beach today, spend the night, and then you can have autumn at the beach.
Yeah, 69 degrees. It actually dropped in temperature the last hour or so. Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Last day of summer. Do you feel bad? Is sad? Oh, man, it's over.
Yeah, I just, you know me, I wish it was 90 degrees every day. No.
It's a good thing you live in Florida.
That's right.
It is really the cool thing about living in this part, in Ocala, because the truth is, if you want it to be cold, it gets cold in the winter, but you just have a short drive to Miami, and usually it doesn't get cold down there. So.
No, not this cold. Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, just this close, and you can get away from it if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So where are you right now?
I'm in Ocala.
Are you
ready to drop off my son?
Okay.
That's cool.
There was a thing in the news. I don't know if this is something that's a big deal, because cheerleaders are I don't know. But anyway, there was 8 states, I guess. 8 states sent letters to the NFL commissioner, Roger Goodell, urging him to implement a league-wide standard of classifying cheerleaders as employees and entitling them to minimum wage. Those girls only get, they don't even get minimum wage, those girls?
No, they're volunteers.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been that way since the beginning. I mean, the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders, where they make their money is appearances and modeling, things and, some endorsements. But, yeah, it's always been, volunteers. And it's not like there's a shortage of girls who want to be cheerleaders. So I don't know why the NFL should feel compelled to change that.
It says here, cheerleaders for the Oakland Raiders, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, New York Jets, Buffalo Bills, Cincinnati Bengals have all filed lawsuits alleging minimum wage violations.
Well, the thing is they willingly do it. That's something that drives me crazy. It's not like somebody said, hey, you're going to be a cheerleader. You're going to go enjoy it. You're going to have fun. You're going to go shake your pom-poms, and that's the way it's going to be. No, these people try out. They put in a lot of effort and energy, and I'm not doubting that for a second. But from the beginning that it's not a paid job. So
yeah, but you
I didn't know that.
But like you said, they made their money from endorsements and things. They get their travel paid for, and if they need special wardrobe.
Well, they don't travel. They don't go on the road with the team. They just only do home games.
Yeah, but so, I mean there's
no They get like if they go to a calendar shoot in the Dominican Republic, they get paid. They get their travel paid, and they'll get a modeling fee and everything else.
Yeah, because there was a woman named, her first name was Sue, that was a can-can girl at Six Gun Territory when I was there, and she tried out for the cheerleader squad at Tampa Bay Bucks, and she made it, and she was just so excited just to be there and everything, and she told us everything she did, and it's something that she worked real hard for.
Huh.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, why? So now all of a sudden, after 40 years of this or 50 years of this, now you want to go, oh, we should be paid. Well, okay.
Huh. Is this a big story, or did I just stumble on it, or has everybody known this already?
No, I mean, I've always known they weren't paid.
No, but I mean, this whole, these letters from legislators writing to Goodell. How do you say it? Roger Goodell?
Goodell. Goodell, yeah. I'll tell you this. I'm so sick of legislatures worrying about things that really don't matter.
Exactly.
I mean, let's think about this. Let's think about this. Let's assume that every NFL team has 50 cheerleaders. Okay?
Uh-huh.
There's 32 cheerleaders, or 32 teams. All right? So how many NFL cheerleaders are there in the world?
How many cheerleaders, Ron?
32 is... It's 1,500.
Okay.
So, no, that's not right. But let's just say it's under 1,000.
Just give me a math quiz.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's like, whatever. It's 1,200 something. So, like, there's a lot bigger problems that affect more than 1,200 people on this planet.
Yeah.
Worry about those problems.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, right.
You know,
right.
it's just like, come on. You know, and the same is true for, like, I heard you, I'm fired up today. I heard you reading the story about baby Bella.
Right.
Nobody cared about this child when she was alive, when her stepfather was locking her in the closet and her mother was leaving her at home by herself for days on end while they were going on drug binge. But now all of a sudden all these people are coming out, oh, I love that child. Apparently you didn't.
Exactly.
Oh, you mean people who knew her? Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Right.
I mean,
like the father who had nothing to do with her until she died. Yeah.
Oh,
no, you're right.
What he was a sperm donor.
Right. No, absolutely. I thought you meant the rest of us.
No.
Because we didn't know about it.
I mean, how would we know? Yeah. That kind of thing drives me crazy.
Yeah,
it
absolutely.
Drives me crazy.
Right, yeah.
And I think in Afghanistan, we expect our military now to be the police. They're not trained to be the police. They're trained to kill people. They're not trained to go in there and to fix domestic issues of another country. They're trained to kill people.
But the military
but
police...
we keep putting them into a place... but there aren't any military police in Afghanistan.
Okay. But that my understanding is that if in that particular story, that if the United States military is, gosh, where's the wording for this? But if they're actually overseeing the area, that they're still told not to do anything about it. And my understanding,
absolutely right.
Okay,
yeah.
And that's where you and I disagree. I think if the United States military is overseeing the area, similar to a military police over enforcing the law of an area,
Yeah.
then you do something about it. You say, hey, you.
That's just it. Their job is not to enforce the law.
Well, here's the odd thing, and I've heard this from some of the vets that have been in Afghanistan, and I've not been there, and this is secondhand for sure. So take it for what it is, coming from me. But what I've heard is that a lot of the men over there don't engage in sex with a woman except to procreate.
Afghan men.
Yeah. Right. And so therefore the urge to do that without any need to procreate is satisfied with other men or with children, which is sick, absolutely sick.
Yeah, it is absolutely sick.
It's crazy. What kind of a culture is that?
It's not, and this is one of those things that our military isn't trained to enforce any laws or any morality. Their job is to take a piece of land that the generals tell them to take to secure it. That's it. And part of that means killing people.
All right.
That's what they're trained
You're
to
making
do.
a good point.
I mean, they're not trained, but we keep thinking that our military is the international police force.
Well, I still think that the soldier, the Marine, whoever it was that was kicked out because he was trying to stop it, I think that guy gets an award somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
now
shouldn't
look,
kick him out.
let's be honest. If you're an adult male and you see a child being violated, you should do something. That's a moral obligation between you and your creator. I completely agree with that. You know, I have no problem with that. I mean, we don't know the details of this, but
no, I'm looking for the article.
That's when you can. Oh my gosh, my gun discharged. I have no problem.
Yeah, exactly. Boy, something happened with the safety on there. It just wouldn't engage.
You know what? And I'm sure if there were any other people in your unit that you were with, I'm pretty sure they would cover you on that. So, I don't have a problem with that.
But to kick him out of the military.
And we don't know the details of it yet. So you don't want to jump to conclusions because the military will never tell you what truly happened. They're pretty good at keeping secrets.
That's a shame.
But this is a much more serious topic than I was going to talk about. But this is okay. I want to see if I can find that. Huh?
Yeah. No, absolutely. It's just, but we're always expected to our military to, like what they were supposed to do in Iraq, is to hold up the laws. That's not their job.
Well, you're making a good point. I respect what you're saying. I just think that this guy who violated that.
Who wouldn't save the child?
We don't know the specifics, but yeah, I agree with you 100%, and I don't have a problem with that in any way, shape, or form.
All right. Let me.
I mean, just imagine if the military came back and said, "Okay, we're going to enforce the laws." we'd go crazy. You know, we're already talking about the militarism of our police forces. You know, yeah, we'd go crazy if our military enforced the law in this country.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find that thing during the break. Maybe there is something. I found the New York Times article. Okay, we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. It'll be partly sunny today with a high of 85 to 89, then partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower in spots along the coast, low 70 to 74. For tomorrow, times of clouds and sun with a passing thunderstorm in the afternoon, high 85 to 87. On Thursday, times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm, high 84 to 88. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Legally Yours, brought to you by Fuller & Fuller Attorneys at Law. On the air every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. with John Fuller, a board-certified civil trial lawyer for over 25 years. John welcomes your questions, from business to complex family matters to legal disputes. So tune in every Wednesday morning at 10:30 a.m. for Legally Yours with John Fuller, right here on WOCA 1370 a.m. and 96.3 FM, The Source.
As part of Therapy Awareness Week, Palm Garden of Ocala will be having an open house on Wednesday, September 23, all day long. Stop by the therapy gym, get something to eat, talk to the staff, try out some of the equipment yourself if you wear flat shoes, and discover what makes the rehab at Palm Garden so special. Palm Garden of Ocala is located at the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street. Stop by on Wednesday, September 23, and we'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Your weekends are getting a little retool.
Swear to God, not making a joke.
Check this out. New shows? Check. Some new talent? Check. Let's welcome the guys.
Let's get it going.
Arnie Spanier.
Unbelievable.
TJ Reeves.
This is what you get.
Your weekends are on fire. Because that's how exotic it is.
One of the most common questions those nearing retirement are asking, will I outlive my money? Retirement questions like these and many more will be answered every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement with hosts Francois and Julian Pozenet. Francois and Julian will help you put your retirement puzzle together. Catch Planning for a Better and Safer Retirement Saturdays at 9 a.m. on Ocala's News Talk, The Source 96 FM and 1370 AM.
At 18 minutes after 8 o'clock, Galen Unold is on the phone from LifeSouth Community Blood Center. And before I tell you about what the New York Times article says, I think you're going to find this interesting. But let's find out how the blood supply is.
We're pretty good. We need O negative and A negative right now, and we always need everybody to come in and give the gift of life and donate blood. So, please.
Yeah, do that. And thank Penn Flooring for enabling Galen to do this each morning. Galen offers insight. He's going to do it again in just a little bit regarding this New York Times article. But thank Penn Flooring for the message about the need to donate blood and the encouragement that Galen gives us all to just do it. Just go in there and donate blood if you can. Penn Flooring has some provides quality customer service, and they've got some beautiful flooring for you to choose for your floors, whether it's carpeting or tile or wood flooring. They've been doing this for over 25 years. They have a beautiful showroom where you can check out their samples. The showroom is at 1201 Southwest 17th Street, and that is just over the McKay-Williams Bridge, which is the bridge that crosses the railroad tracks down the road from Pine Avenue. So thank them for sponsoring Galen Unold and LifeSouth. Thank you, Penn Flooring. All right, here's the actual article. Here's the actual article.
All right.
This is dated September 20th. It's in the New York Times. It says, in his last phone call home, Lance Corporal Gregory Buckley Jr. told his father what was troubling him. From his bunk in southern Afghanistan, he could hear Afghan police officers sexually abusing boys they had brought to the base. He said to his father, "At night we can hear them screaming, but we're not allowed to do anything about it." Gregory Buckley Sr. Told reporters that his son kept telling him before he was shot to death at the base in 2012. He urged his son to tell his superiors. "My son said that his officers told him to look the other way because it's their culture." Rampant sexual abuse of children has long been a problem in Afghanistan, particularly among armed commanders who dominate much of the rural landscape and can bully the population. The practice is called baka-bazi, which literally means boy play.
Sure, give it a title and make it right.
And American soldiers and Marines have been instructed not to intervene. In some cases, not even when their Afghan allies have abused boys on military bases.
That's U.S. soil.
According to interviews and court records.
That's not completely true. It's not U.S. soil.
Okay, the policy has endured as American forces have recruited and organized Afghan militias to help hold territory against the Taliban, but soldiers and Marines have been increasingly troubled that instead of weeding out pedophiles, the American military was arming them in some cases and placing them as the commanders of villages and doing little when they began abusing children. The reason we were here is because we heard the terrible things the Taliban were doing to people, how they were taking away human rights, said Dan Quinn, a former Special Forces captain, who beat up an American-backed militia commander for keeping a boy chained to his bed as a sex slave. But we were putting people into power who would do things that were worse than the Taliban did. That was something village elders voiced to me. That's what he said. Oh, gosh. The policy of...
Well, there you go. Yeah.
The policy of instructing soldiers to ignore child sexual abuse by their Afghan allies is coming under new scrutiny, particularly as it emerges that service members like Captain Quinn have faced discipline, even career ruin for disobeying it.
God.
Yeah.
What is the matter with
It goes on and on. I won't read the whole thing. It's a long article. Anyway.
Yeah, it's horrible. Well, thank you for clarifying that. But again, you know, I don't blame any soldier for acting on their morality like that at all. But you cannot put the military in a position where they have to be the police because they're not trained. You know, they're just not.
So one guy was facing disciplinary action. The other one was shot and killed.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow, it's crazy.
Oh my God.
Gosh, we're supposed to defend that?
Yeah.
We're supposed to look the other way?
There's no defense of that. Yeah, I certainly couldn't do it.
No.
I certainly couldn't do it.
No, just pull out. We'll pull out take back all of our Humvees and weapons and everything, and just let them do what they do.
And again, that's the alternative. So I mean, and again, this is the issue when you go into a country where there is no real government and you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do. And what is our role in Afghanistan? That's been one of the issues from the very beginning. Are we just rooting out the Taliban? Are we going out against ISIS? What are we doing there? So there's no real government there. It's always been run by the local gangs.
Really? So wow, that's horrible.
That's the question. That's the issue. So.
My goodness, I'm kind of half reading and half listening to what you're saying. This is a horrible, horrible story.
It is. It's horrible. It's horrible. How can our military defend people that are abusers, and then we give them the weapons to do it?
And this is a clear distinction. Our military's job isn't to defend people from other countries. They're to defend the interests in the people of the United States. What's happening is we're putting them in a position where they're having to choose the lesser of two evils. And that's not the boots on the ground. That's the people at the very top, because the direction they're giving them is what? What is the direction? You know, you're asking a guy who comes from a civilization where that's morally wrong and absolutely reprehensible, and you're saying, no, look the other way. That's the issue. There's no directive.
Can I read a piece of this to you? One of the militia commanders raped a 14-year-old girl who was spotted working in the fields. Captain Quinn informed the provincial police chief, who soon levied punishment. He got 1 day in jail and then was forced to marry him. And she was forced to marry him.
Oh.
That was the punishment. 1 day in jail, and then the girl was forced to marry the guy.
Oh.
When he asked the superior officer what more he could do, he was told that he had done well to bring it up with local officials, but that there was nothing else to be done. We're being praised for doing the right thing, and a guy just got away with raping a 14-year-old girl, Mr. Quinn said. Village elders grew more upset at the predatory behavior of American-backed commanders, their own commanders, not Americans, but the ones that are being backed.
Yeah.
After each case, Captain Quinn would gather the Afghan commanders and lecture them on human rights. Soon, another commander absconded with his men's wages. Mr. Quinn said he later heard that the commander had spent the money on dancing boys. Another commander murdered his 12-year-old daughter in a so-called honor killing because she kissed a boy.
Jeez.
Holy mackerel.
Jeez.
And again, we're forcing our military to put on our morality onto another culture, and you just can't do that. We're just not trained to do that.
Then we shouldn't be there. We shouldn't
I
be there.
agree. I absolutely agree. The more we find out about Iran and Afghanistan, the more their culture clashes with ours, and they have to deal with their issues internally. You can't. I mean, imagine if Afghanistan came over to our country and said, "Oh no, this is what we're going to do from now on. We're going to rape children." I mean, we would find that morally reprehensible. What is the cliche? I just don't think it's right.
What is the cliche? Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So here's my thinking. I could be wrong, but my thinking is that the average man and woman over there is not a party to this. That the people who've been given absolute power have absolutely been corrupted by that power, and that the fathers and mothers of these little children would give anything to move to Brooklyn. Would give anything to move to Ocala, would give anything to move to Oshkosh, Wisconsin. They would love to get out of there and come over here. They don't want this.
No, then just give them the bomb and then start all over again.
That's
it. Get rid of those bad guys.
Our job isn't to judge like that, though. I mean,
but the power should be taken away.
Yeah, it should.
We should not be.
Agreed. Agreed. I don't think anybody disagrees with that. The question becomes, is that happening whether we're there or not? And then is America safer if we're there? The question always is would you rather fight terrorism in the Middle East, or do you want to fight that terrorism in America? That's the question. So ISIS remains unchecked. All we're doing is flying over drones, and I don't know what the answer is.
Do you know what I know what the answer is, though?
I mean, we have 60 Minutes interviewing the president of Iran, and the president of Iran is, basically.
But here's
saying,
here's the answer.
Here's
the answer, and you know this is true in your heart. Okay, if I'm under the orders of my military superior, right?
Superior. Yeah.
My military superior. I have a superior known as God who is higher than that. And there's no way that I'm going to face God at the end of my life and have him say to me, "How come you didn't stop that man from raping that boy?" And expect God to accept this. Well, you see, I wasn't allowed to do that.
Yeah.
I don't think God's going to go along with that. I just don't think so. I think.
I agree.
No, he's not.
And then some would say, well, what's the age of a child? When does a girl no longer become a child?
Well, and it doesn't matter the age. Doesn't matter the age if it's non-consensual.
Exactly.
I'm completely on board with you. So this is the problem, isn't it?
Well,
but if you're the military leader, if you're the commander of that theater, what are you supposed to do? All right, guys, we're going to go in and If you see somebody getting raped, just shoot them.
Good. You're making good points, but I'm just telling you my own.
Imagine what NBC or CNN would do with that. Anybody else.
This one guy who got shot is a hero. This one guy who is being punished for doing that is a hero.
Yes.
Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, relieved of his Special Forces command after a fight with a U.S.-backed militia leader who had a boy as a sex slave chained to his bed.
That's sick.
Dan Quinn is a hero. That's what I think.
I agree with you 100%. I could not do that.
20 seconds, Galen.
Could not do it.
Good
We're at the College of Central Florida today.
Yeah, so. go donate blood. Do the right thing, even if the world isn't doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Donating blood, easy thing to do.
There you go.
Good conversation. Thank you for your input, Galen. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
You got the best.
All right, bye.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. Pope Francis in the United States for the first time starting this afternoon.
After greeting the faithful in Cuba, the leader of the Roman Catholic Church will land at Andrews Air Force Base outside Washington this afternoon. He'll be greeted by the President and First Lady. Tomorrow, he'll ride in his Pope-mobile around the White House ellipse and part of the National Mall.
Fox Radio's Rachel Sutherland. Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker suspends his presidential run, warning the race has become too nasty, and the Republican urging others to quit too to clear the field so someone can emerge to take down frontrunner Donald Trump. And a vigil last night in Massachusetts for 2-year-old Bella Bond, who was known as Baby Doe for months. The boyfriend of Bella's mother is being held without bail. The child's mother is being held on $1 million bond. Fox News, we report, you decide.
There's more to Fox News Radio than meets the ear. Go behind the headlines and join the conversation on the hottest stories of the day on the Fox News Radio Facebook page. Be a part of the Fox News Radio Facebook fan community. Post comments and tell us your opinions. See behind-the-scenes photos and videos and post your reactions to the stories that matter to you. Click the like button on Facebook and connect with breaking news and features like Fox in the Fast Lane, House Call for Help, and more. Go to Facebook.com/Fox News Radio.
Weeknights, we're busting out a brand new lineup. First, market fraud, government abuse, corruption. At 5, nothing's off limits on money with Melissa Francis. Then, from bloated bank fees to consumer scams. At 6, Jerry's exposing the issues impacting your wallet. Plus, get smart market insight and trusted analysis you won't find anywhere else. At 7, Lou Dobbs is all business. And the first and last name in business, Cavuto. Shedding light on the biggest stories making headlines at 8. Only on the Fox Business Network, giving you the power to prosper.
Howdy, RL here for Dairy Queen. Spring is in the air, and so is the smell of meat cooking on our charbroiled grill. You want to treat yourself to one of our most excellent grilled chicken sandwiches or wraps, or maybe a foot-long all-beef chili dog, and wash it down with an Orange Julius fruit smoothie with many real fruit flavors. So come on down to Dairy Queen Silver Springs, where we always treat you like kings and queens.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Career Source Citrus Levy Marion brings together business and community partners, economic development leaders, and educational providers to connect employers with qualified, skilled talent and job seekers with employment and career development opportunities. Tune in the first and third Wednesday of each month at 9:30 a.m. to Career Source Citrus Levy Marion and learn how they can help you.
That was the sound of a tree falling. It could be your tree. You're going to have it trimmed, but never got around to calling Pride Tree Service. It could have fallen in a field, and now all you have to do is call Pride Tree Service, and they'll have it quickly out of the way for a great price. But don't wait until the tree falls. It may not fall in the field. It may hit your car, your house, or worse. So call Pride Tree Service today and avoid all those headaches before they happen. Pride Tree Service, 840-0750. That's 840-0750.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
A 10 to 20 minute nap pays off the most. Any longer, and your body falls into deep stages of sleep, making you groggy when you wake up. Take Sam's Club, for example. They're so confident that drones will be the hot holiday gift that they're stocking a dozen different kinds, from basic models to ones that come equipped with high-res cameras or the ability to pick up small objects. Things we watch on TV can absolutely directly impact our mood.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.